Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Now a look at the stats for Carmelo Anthony.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at Virginia's opening lineup. Barry is out there with McHale. Then it's Walton. Then there's Payton. And it's Maravich in at the shooting guard position. And for Minnesota, they've got Mitchell. Anthony is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Wallace. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Clark, so many games left on the schedule. We are only scratching the surface of this season.
Yeah, you know, these first handful of games have been a lot of fun, though. But you're exactly right. I mean, there's a ton of season left to go, and the standings are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season.
And stolen by Wallace. Outside Westbrook. Outside Anthony. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Anthony's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Timberwolves. Pass to Barry. Back to Payton. This one for 3. Here's McHale. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
As we like to say, a guy like McHale is a problem. He's such an excellent scorer in the low post.
Mitchell passes to Westbrook. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Pass to Barry. Back to Payton. McHale kicks to Payton. Virginia working the ball around. Here's Maravich. Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Mitchell. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Anthony. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, great job by Anthony, keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
Pass to Barry. Walton is screen on Anthony. Here's Barry. 17 points in his last outing. Payton outside. Clock at 4. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Virginia team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
Hart outside. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Maravich. Walton a screen on Mitchell. To the inside. That's good from Walton on the assist by Maravich.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Mitchell. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Anthony, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Here's Barry. Still yet to score. Count that one.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And for a scorer of Barry's talent, converting inside the paint can seem effortless.
Hart outside. Over McHale. And the rebound goes to McHale. For Virginia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. That one goes. Count it.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. Out to the wing. Here's Barry. Defended by Hart. Maravich, the pass to Walton. Lays it up and banks it in. Walton's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Anthony with the screen on Payton. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
You've got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
Payton passes to McHale. Maravich against Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite level defender. Has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Minnesota shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
That free throw good from Anthony.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Johnson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Johnson, he's checked in for Virginia. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Storm. They trail by 1. Pass to Maravich. Shoots over Johnson. And they recover it. Johnson dishes to Maravich. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Barry misses. For Virginia, they come into this one following a loss to the Warriors. Mitchell wide open. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Mitchell's got 6.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Storm. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Timberwolves, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Virginia trails by 4. Johnson kicks to Maravich. Walton a screen on Johnson. To the middle. It's tipped. And Walton throws it down.
You know, as soon as Walton has the ball around the rim, he's thinking about flushing it.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Westbrook. And the shot falls short this time.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
McHale passes to Barry. Virginia needs to get off a shot. Taken away by Anthony. Inside. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Mitchell.
And as one of the strongest guys in the league, that's where Wallace wants to operate, down in the paint. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Now here's Westbrook. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. That's to Maravich. Virginia working the ball around. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
And the unpredictable nature of Mitchell is hard to game plan against, especially when he drives.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And, Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Siakam is checked in for Virginia. Scott comes in for Barry. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10" wingspan. Keep in mind, he stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
Now, here's Walton. Last game he had 12. Siakam inside the three-point line. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Well, the physical tools are obvious in Siakam. Agility, speed for his size, length, and he actually couples that with a well-rounded skill set. He really is one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And for Virginia, they're shooting an impressive 60% early. Here's Maravich. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Maravich has got 6 points.
Operating in that mid-range area that time. No real shot contest.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Timeout called, Virginia. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Oden comes in for Ben Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Russell Westbrook. McHale's checked in for Virginia. Cooper comes in for Maravich. And Virginia with possession here. It's a three-point game. Pass to McHale. Here's Cooper. Screen by Walton. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. Good as the jump shot falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Johnson. He has yet to score. Down low, Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
However they decide to use him in the pick and roll, Carmelo Anthony, with his size and savvy, is very effective.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Crago for Virginia. They've gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
First free throw is good.
You know, what makes Walton special isn't just his physical gifts, and there are many of those. It's how well he uses those gifts. He's smart with his body and makes moves he knows will be the most impactful. He's an efficient, smart, highly skilled player.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Minnesota's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Back to you.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Here's Scott after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Yep, it counts.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in his game.
High post, Johnson. Walton's there. Anthony can't hit.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Outside, Scott. Johnson with a screen on Mitchell. Scott against Mitchell. The high post shot, and again it's Virginia. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Celtics. Johnson with the bounce pass, and here's Anthony from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. 18 points for Carmelo Anthony.
7 for 9 here in the first quarter. He's on fire.
To the paint. Walton inside, guarded by Oden. Scott the pass to Walton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Anthony. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Minnesota. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the floor for Virginia, Siakam is out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Cooper. And it's Scott in at the 2. Now, here's Scott. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Siakam outside. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Minnesota leading by 4. Jones dishes to Oden. Rejected by McHale. They retain possession. Here's Johnson. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Johnson. Outside, Scott. Johnson, the pass to McHale. Back to Johnson. Virginia working the ball around. Pass to Scott. Over Mitchell. Scott, good. Scott's got his 3rd bucket of the night. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Good D by Mitchell.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Johnson against Johnson. Johnson kicks to Jones. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout called, the Storm. He's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Virginia also making a change. Gary Payton, he's checked in for Cooper. Virginia trails by 6. Outside, Scott. Payton outside. The 3 drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a shot that Payton can occasionally make. I like whenever he looks to expand his range some, though.
Hart with the screen for Johnson. Here he goes. Hart, right side for 3. Mitchell. It's rebounded by Virginia. McHale's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jones against Scott. Kicks it out to McHale. Pass to Scott. Over Jones. Scott can't get it to go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And how about the numbers here for Scott? Averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, the scoring turns the tide.
2 shots.
That one is off. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Timberwolves. Walton's checked in for Virginia. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Payton after Magic Johnson's bucket. Payton passes to McHale. Payton surveying the floor. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Now, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. Third is Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
So Walton nails both of them. Minnesota leading by 3. Outside, Jones. Pass to Anthony. Hart outside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Hart's got 5 now.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA. And when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Back to Johnson. Walton a screen on Mitchell. Inside. And Walton throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass?
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Again, it's Melo. He's lighting up the scoreboard, and this is what Anthony does.
To the inside. And Walton throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 8. Hart the pass to Mitchell. Back to Hart. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
Here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Walton. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Because Walton is so dominant on offense at times, he gains a lot of respect around the league.
Mitchell outside. Johnson sends the screen for Mitchell. Now here's Anthony. Over McHale. Kicks it out to Jones. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Johnson finishes inside with ease.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
Pass to Johnson. Scott against Jones. It's deflected and taken away by Magic. Jones looking for an opening. It's Hart on the wing. Now Anthony, 6 on the shot clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And that's collected by Bill Walton. Walton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 3-pointer, Payton. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Here's Hart, and Walton sends it back. Here's Johnson. Moves back up. Here's McHale. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. He's checked in for Minnesota. Russell Westbrook comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And then for the Storm, Siakam is checked in for McHale. Cooper comes in for Scott, and it's Maravich in for Dennis Johnson. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Here's Payton after Magic Johnson's bucket. Payton the bounce pass. Outside, Maravich. Shot clock at 6. Johnson with the block.
Goes to show you how well Johnson anticipates, sees the shot forming, and is able to get a hand on it.
Westbrook against Payton. Westbrook passes to Johnson. Anunoby outside. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game.
A capable shooter from the three-point line. I mean, Anunoby loves shaking free from the perimeter.
Now, here's Payton. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Walton a screen on Anunoby. Tries from 16. Rebound, Minnesota. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Westbrook. Outside Anthony. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Anunoby. Rebound, Bill Walton. Walton's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Look out now, Siakam putting on a show.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Westbrook. Johnson sets the screen for Westbrook. Outside Anthony. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Virginia. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Pete Maravich. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Minnesota making some changes. Wallace is checked in for Anunoby, and it's Mitchell in for Russell Westbrook. McHale's checked in for Virginia. Barry comes in for Cooper. Walton a screen on Mitchell. It's Maravich on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Maravich. Minnesota's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Kevin McHale.
Catching the defender a little out of position that time. Hart gets a chance for a freebie right there.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one.
Josh Hart is one of those guys who just seems to be all over the place all at the same time. I mean, he'll defend anybody, and when it comes to guards, there's nobody that rebounds it better than him.
And he sinks the second. Here's Payton. 1:15 left in the second quarter. Pass to Walton. Clock at 6. And here is McHale. Maravich. He nails it. And we're tied up. Maravich has got 6 points in the quarter. 58 seconds left here in the second. Mitchell kicks to Anthony. Pass to Johnson. Hart outside. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Just 5 to shoot. Barry the pass to Walton. And Walton throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Johnson kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Anthony. They swipe it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. But Timberwolves on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Nuggets, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
The front office made it a priority to lengthen the bench, and you're seeing those returns tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that can throw a lot of fresh bodies at you. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance from Bill Walton.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. They lead by 1. We've got Anthony. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Wallace in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now Payton after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Barry the pass to Payton. Virginia working the ball around. To the middle. 6 to shoot. And Walton throws it down.
The combo guard skill set of Maravich really does a nice job of drawing defensive attention and then passing to teammates.
Mitchell outside. Back to Westbrook. It's taken away by Payton. Basket counts. And it's a 3-point Virginia lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
With a screen on Payton. Westbrook with it. Now Payton defending. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's Barry. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Mitchell outside. Back to Hart. Cuts it 5. A rebound by Walton.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's Anthony. Following the basket by Pete Maravich. That's it. And the Virginia lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Anthony. Mitchell against Maravich. Walton is screen on him. Down low. And Walton throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Virginia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And I like the energy Barry plays with. You can tell he has a real love and passion for the game, always looking to give it his best.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
For Carmelo Anthony, averaging 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Maravich the pass to Walton. Driving inside. Maravich dishes to Walton. Nice defense from Waltz.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Out of bounds, Virginia takes possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Minnesota. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
I think for Minnesota,
they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Westbrook with the bucket.
As he's changed his role on teams, Westbrook has gone into the corner a bit more than in the past, adjusted his game over the years, which is what all the great players do.
Now, here's Payton. 5 points in the game. Here's Maravich. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Maravich has got 16.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside Anthony. Over Barry. The shot by Anthony, no good. Virginia leading by 5. Payton kicks to McCabe. It's Maravich on the wing. Walton a screen on Mitchell. To the middle. Got a piece of it. It's taken away by Wallace. Hart outside. Pass to Westbrook. Mitchell outside. Here comes Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. McHale with the rebound. McHale's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Maravich. No good with the layup. Timberwolves trail by 5. Anthony looking it over. Hart outside. Outside Anthony. Over Payton. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Virginia leading by 5. Driving to the basket. Here's McHale. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
You know what? Barry isn't just a great shooter, but a really solid passer as well. Good team player who knows how to pass the ball.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
For Westbrook, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball player. Mitchell outside. Here's Anthony. Takes it off the glass. Anthony's got 26 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now, here is Maravich. He's got 16. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And Virginia also making a change. Johnson's checked in. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And forcing turnovers is a point of pride for both these teams. That's why their steal numbers have been so high.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Virginia leading by 4. Outside Maravich. Walton a screen on Johnson. Here's Maravich. Here's Walton. And Walton throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Pass to Maravich. Back to McHale. Here's Barry. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell finds Westbrook. Anthony against Johnson. Back to Westbrook. Timberwolves passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Ball is with the screen on McHale. McHale with the block.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Virginia leading by 3. And here is Johnson. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Barry. Back to Johnson. Now here is Maravich. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Johnson outside. Now Anthony. He's guarded by McHale. Rejected by McHale. Johnson outside. McHale outside. Pass to Maravich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Pistol Pete, oozing with natural talent, but behind the scenes, he puts in a lot of work too.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Virginia.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And when you think of Maravich, his ball handling and passing comes to mind. He's really sublime and unique in those categories.
Maravich hits them both.
He's about as calm as you can be at the strike.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Timberwolves trail by 7. And taken away by Johnson. Now Maravich. 20 points for him. Pass to Walton. Maravich against Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Barry for 3. And they get it back. Walton a screen on Westbrook. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by Wallace. Anthony, the pass to Westbrook. Maravich with the steal. Dennis Johnson on the wing. Covered by Anthony. McHale kicks to Maravich. Crafty move. Johnson with the block. Mitchell outside. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
Wow, Westbrook, so athletic. He looked virtually unstoppable there.
Virginia leading by 5. Timeout called, Virginia. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Changes for Minnesota. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Wallace. OG Anunoby comes in for Anthony, and Jones subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And then for the Storm, Siakam is checked in for Walton. Cooper comes in for Barry, and it's Scott in for Maravich. .146 left to play in the third. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Jones.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Pass to McHale. And Scott has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Timberwolves trail by 5. Mitchell up top, defended by Scott. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Siakam. Good D by Anunoby. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Johnson. 35 seconds left in the third. And here's Mitchell from the arc. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Scott against Mitchell. Right side Scott. Here's Cooper. Virginia working the ball around. Scott, good. Scott's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Oden with a screen for Mitchell. And we've reached the end of the third. Storm lead by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Virginia, they've got Payton. Walton is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Johnson. And it's Scott in at the 3 spot. Walton against Oden. Walton the pass to Payton. Good.
Oh, how about Gary Payton's silky look, working his way in close to the basket to make sure he got what he wanted in close.
Anthony dishes to Johnson. Hart, wide open. He fires. No good on the three.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Jones finds Hart. Here's Johnson, defended by Payton. Oden, and it's Oden finishing it off.
Relentlessly attacking the rim. How about that jam by Oden?
Pass to Johnson. Back to Siakam. Walton a screen on Hart. Siakam with it. Hart covering. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. He's off on the first.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
And the second free throw, good.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Here's Johnson, and here's Anthony from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Anthony's got 33 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Walton a screen on Anthony. Scott against Anthony, and the foul on Magic Johnson. That's his third foul of the game. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Walton a screen on Anthony. Here's Scott. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Hart kicks to Johnson. Hart with a screen on Siakam to take the lead. Hart, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Now, here's Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Johnson outside. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by Virginia. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
A little extra magic for the fans on this play. Rising up for the slam. Well done.
Walton a screen on Anthony. Scott the pass to Walton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Walton's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Anthony finds Johnson. Oh, Magic Johnson playing big.
Once Magic gets the ball inside, he's about at the rim. Even the contact, not enough to foul him up.
Virginia trails by 3. Pass to Scott. Walton a screen on Jones. Johnson, the pass to Walton. Count it. Walton's got 31 points.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And Magic Johnson, the bucket on the assist by Hart. 14 points for Johnson.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Walton a screen on Anthony. And the foul on Magic Johnson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Picking up his 4th foul really could change how he approaches things now.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And then for Virginia, Kevin McHale. He checked in for Walton. Berry comes in for Scott, and it's Maravich in for Dennis Johnson. Now, here is Maravich. To the paint, deflects the pass. To the inside, here's Johnson, and that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Again, the miss by Virginia.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
Back to Anthony. Hart outside. No good on the triple. Virginia trails by 5. Outside, Maravich. Pass to Berry. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Johnson with the block. No good for Maravich.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Here's Payton. And nothing is falling for him right now. Minnesota leading by 8. Hart the pass to Johnson. Anthony left side. Over Siakam. The shot by Anthony, no good. Virginia trails by 8. Siakam kicks to Payton. Out to Maravich. Launches it from deep. Here's McHale. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony.
Great job by McHale creating contact by being physical himself.
And that one falls for McHale.
Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to cut into this deficit.
Minnesota making some changes. Wallace comes in for Jones. And it's Mitchell in for Smith. And Virginia also making a change. Walton's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And McHale drops them both.
Here in the second half, they have definitely made free throw making look easy.
Johnson outside. Magic driving in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Berry. Here's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Hart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Johnson. They double team Johnson. Fires the 3. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Outside, McHale. Back to Maravich. Mitchell with the steal. Pass to Anthony. Johnson draws the double. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Virginia trails by 11. Maravich with it. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Johnson against Maravich. Walton has screen on Anthony. Here's Barry. That one goes in.
Another one for Maravich. The lights-out jump shot, the ability to finish with either hand. No one's been able to touch it tonight.
Now here's Johnson. Mitchell outside. Intercepted. Stolen by Mitchell. Now hard. And Walton sends it back. McHale with a screen on Johnson. Takes the three. Johnson rips down the board.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now, here's Johnson. And down it goes.
That's just more for Magic. And for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
Here's Payton. Off target from outside.
Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences. And you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Johnson.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Here is Maravich after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Maravich against Mitchell. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Magic Johnson.